All right, let's turn this up because you guys are quiet. Don't nobody talks loud like me. I've had to talk loud all my whole life and everything else. But welcome to an episode of Behind the Anvil. Today we're in the shop. We've got Brian DeMille and Dan DeMille, Valor and Black Lotus, our two judges from Beat the Smith, which we're still going to do stuff like that. It'll just be a different name. We'll do Smith versus Smith under the American Bladesmiths. So enough of me rattling around. Let's dive into it, Brian.
You want me just to plug what I do, I
Yep.
guess?
Plug what you do, a little background, etc.
Well, I own Black Lotus signs here in
Yes.
locally here in Richfield. Um, man, that's about it. I don't really know what to say.
What got you
Right
started
there.
into doing the art and everything else? And
He did about
he looks so thrilled to be on camera too.
16 years ago. No, way longer than that.
Oh, and I got you hired on there.
Yeah, got me hired onto a little sign shop that was in town, and that worked out okay, I guess. I ended up marrying the boss's daughter and then ended up owning the place eventually. So
Couldn't get a promotion, so he married the boss's daughter to get the
yep,
promotion.
yep.
Okay, hey, I
Got to
like
get
it.
there somehow. He didn't like me hitting on his daughter very much, so there was a hiatus from the sign shop for a minute, but
Well, that's understandable. I mean, so yeah. All right, that's funny. I didn't know all that. That's kind of cool. And then Dan?
Oh, he kind of had a hiatus from the sign shop, so we decided to start Valor. And I already got an LLC, and he wanted a job that for sure paid, so he went back to that sign shop, and I just continued on printing, and it actually turned out to be pretty good where we help each other out in our businesses. I I draw the comics and publish them from Valor, and as well as Rod Jacobson, who's not here, but
I guess we should have got Rod into it. I never
yeah.
even think about that. Hindsight. I'll
We've
drink.
got several comics that we've
maybe
released.
bring him back at a different point, huh?
Yeah, I'll have to get everybody into that. Yeah. This kind of works out because I actually brought this desk in from the house. It's like that's it. It's time to change up the house a little bit. I put everything on my reload bench desk thing, so it works about better. I don't have shit stacked everywhere. Just have other spots where it's stacked. So, so how long you been doing comics and everything, drawing? I guess pretty much forever.
Our dad said I started drawing as soon as I picked up a pencil, so I've just been doing it since then. I did a lot of reality art until Rod and I really started getting into drawing together, and then we went into comic books.
Sorry, Rod. I didn't even think about needing. Yeah, I feel like it. Well, anyway, um, also, I talked him into doing Beat the Smith episodes, which was just basically the first one. Hey, what are you guys doing? I need judges, and they just walked into it cold turkey. So that was fun. Matter of fact, we even had the first blade from the first one, um, and the second one,
And the third one.
and the third one. This is still a butter knife. I don't care what you say. It's still a butter knife. It's a tactical gut cleaning butter knife.
I'd take it for a steak knife, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, you still got to cut up your steak. I mean, come on, see, a versatile butter knife. Might take your finger off, but anyhow, I wanted to get you guys here and get your opinion on different knives, what we're doing, what you guys are doing. Um, Dan, tell us a little bit about your comics.
Which part do you want to know?
All of it. I mean, dive into whatever you want to share.
I served in the military, obviously, Second Infantry Division,
Speak up
and
so the AI can hear you too, so I can copy everything and make a good description.
so it's just kind of fun to I made a military team that travels around the world and takes out supernatural threats. I just kind of put some of that stuff together
Cogs,
for COGS.
keeper of the gates.
Yep.
Hey, I did it right this first time.
Basically, keeper of the gates of hell. 'Cause
Yeah.
spirits come up and whatever. But
I'm sure if you look in a few episodes, there might be some of Dad's knives, there might be some of my knives. I'm pretty
absolutely.
sure after 6 years, finally getting the Valor sword done. Oh, I should have had you brought it.
It's not totally done yet.
Well, yeah, it's still got to do a little engraving on it
Getting
because
close.
I'm too chicken shit to get into. I mean, I could probably do it. My only problem is getting down and focusing and not having that little. Bloop.
Yeah.
I hate that. I mean, Open, shooting with a scope, I see it. Iron sights, don't see it all, don't have the shake whatsoever. But get a scope, it's more focused. It sucks. I mean, it's even on some of the knives handles and such, I get that little every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what got you into blades and everything between the both of you?
Our dad.
Dad,
Yeah.
Dad was obsessed with basically any weapon,
Any weapon.
anything. I mean, I think we both ended up with nunchucks at like age 5.
We built our own my house. I mean,
He did. He actually, so because of him, he gave me my own.
yeah.
Like really young. Dan got the training ones, and then you strap knives to the end of them.
I put knives at the ends of them where you could screw the blade in, screw the blade out.
Nice.
And so you could swing it with just the handles in the tube.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you wanted to have fun, and I'd put blades in there and I'm swinging around. Dad come home from work one day and I was outside swinging those, and he said, no.
So as soon as I said, "Hey, Dad, I want some nunchucks," he just grabbed some off of his shelf and said, "There you go."
He'd rather swing the real chucks than them.
Yeah, I
fake
remember playing with nunchucks that Dad built or Glenn built or whatever, uh, out of PVC wrapped with black tape and with a chain on it and everything else. And I think I learned to whack myself more than anything.
Yep.
Especially catch yourself in the nutsack every once in a
Yeah,
while.
well, unfortunately, that's part of learning how to swing.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah, drops you like a tank.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, we grew up with basically any kind of weapon you could think of laying around the house.
Mhm.
Same. I mean,
Just
Dad prepper, everything else. World's gonna end kind of every
Yep.
3 minutes. So
Yep. 80s action movies playing on the TV.
yes,
Pretty much
yep.
24/7.
Red Dawn.
Yep.
I do like the newer one too. It's really actually not true, but it's more of an update, modern. Using the North Koreans and such to invade. That's a little more realistic than what they're in the original one, but the original one's still badass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Wolverine. Sorry, I had to do that. Um, God, I had some questions. I know I should have typed them out. Um, Now there's a big difference between you two that I've noticed, especially being judges. Hunting knives, tactical knives. And of course, that's where DD tactical. You want to grab that out?
So I
Careful,
think
it's
I
sharp.
think part of that is because Dan and I, even though we were raised by the same people,
Mhm.
we were raised by those people in slightly different points of their lives.
Yeah.
And so I always kind of joke that Dan was raised by the sword, I was raised by the shield.
I really ought to interview your mom. That would be an interesting interview. Get the dirt on you guys.
But yeah, so Dad was fresh. I mean, Dad was in the military when Dan was born.
Yep.
And so he was pretty fresh out of it, just became a cop. And so he was much more into, I guess the aggressive side of everything. And then when I came around, he was more just hunting, fishing. We're going to take things really easy. It also helps that I was a lot larger of a kid. And so he was really worried about picking on the other
Yeah,
kids.
Dan did get the kind of the short end of the stick there, didn't he?
Well, and I got in trouble for fighting all the time. He didn't want you to get into that one.
Well, because he taught you to stand up for yourself. And I think the problem was I was the biggest kid in my grade for a long time. And so it was like, okay, we need to be careful here.
I got in a lot of trouble too, but that was mainly debating teachers and telling them how they were wrong on certain subjects.
That's usually how I got in trouble.
Yeah, you're at the principal office. I remember one time getting the principal office. He called my dad. Duh. Well, it sounds like she's in the right. Well, he's like, well, it's like, well, it sounds like I'm not in trouble. Well, I'm gonna call your mom. Well, she's at work. Go ahead. You're gonna get the same answer. Talks to mom. Hangs the phone. Well, since I can't get no support from either of your parents, you guess just go back to class. Quit being a menace. So I'm guessing I think we kind of all more or less had the same kind of childhood. I mean, mom was a deputy sheriff um, before I was thought of, and well, she started as a cook in the county, and then went to the dispatch, and then they rolled that all into the sheriff's department. So, like, yeah, maybe that's the reason why we get along so well. We kind of have the same kind of background, except you guys have a little more artistic on paper. I do
I don't know
hard.
your art.
I do it hard. I try to draw shit. No, that's why I use AI, and then Dan makes fun of me. So if you ever
I
get-
hate AI.
it helps for doing the word stuff, but if I need something real quick, I'm trying to envision to tell you, I throw it down, even though I get made fun of. But if you ever get chance, I like the Swayer anvil. I want one so bad, my teeth ache. But if you want to take that and actually make it look awesomer.
Awesomer.
All right, awesome. How was that? It works, okay? So, let's dive into pros and cons of different knives, especially my stuff. Even though they don't like my tactical butter knife, got a buck, butter your biscuit.
Now you need to change that because we do like it, just not what it was built to do.
Still butter knife.
It is not a butter knife.
It's a butter knife that can split a hair in half.
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with that? I mean, this is Daisy's. You know, if you can check that out, episode 3 of Beat the Smith here on YouTube. Yeah, we're actually up to season 2. You guys are number 11 episodes for season 2, so I've been busting butt. Don't know if it makes any sense, but yeah. Let's dive into, guys, you guys want to review some knives and let's talk about your kind of style versus my dumb stuff. So
Okay.
dive into it. We got some props too, so
I mean, honestly, your butter knife really looks basically identical to your is it the daisy cutter?
more or less, our
Yeah.
standard.
You have 2 of them that are kind of a similar size to this, and I can't remember which one's which, but
More or less the daisy cutter kind of shape.
yeah, it's just got a little smaller handle, a little bigger blade, basically.
I know of a home for this one.
That is kind of cool. Yeah,
That is
that's a
weird.
Samurai. That's with the chainsaw Damascus on the outside with spring steel core.
That is a pretty cool one.
That is way. I like that.
I-
like
I-
the texture.
That
I
actually
love
looks like
everything about it.
I've actually got a Gale Hibben dagger that's very similar design to that one.
I kind of just freehanded that. I wasn't sure what I was doing with it, but
Get a hold of me before you decide to auction that one.
it might take 6 years to finish it because I've changed up my different ideas on doing the guard on it and everything. Um, so what has helped you in designing and everything, looking at blades for functionality? But I get it. That's a steak knife, not really a butter knife.
It's almost more of a Skinner,
Mhm.
actually.
Until you could, like I said, you could gut a buck,
Yeah.
butter your
No,
biscuit.
it'd be really good for all of it.
We're gonna auction these off as a set, I think. So need to oil that up. Amazing how well this stuff dries out, though.
Yeah.
Um, I get it. More of a butter knife. It's too bad we lost a lot of the audio. We got screwed up on some of the other stuff. Some of it would definitely would have to leave out because she was kind of venting off about a certain person, but it was hilarious. But yeah. So you were saying before we started, you guys were talking about this one.
Yes, and I love this knife, but
Mhm.
like I was saying, the problem is it's almost as if the person that designed it wasn't sure how you operate one of these in the
Mhm.
kitchen.
And exactly, got to have those nice curves.
The shape of the blade is perfect.
Yeah.
I would change nothing about that. And really, the only problem is that the handle needs to move or even just widen out.
Yeah.
Because when you're holding it, you're
Well-
typically up on the blade.
And I made another one similar to that later on, and I remembered that.
And that does
Looking at the
kinda
picture, the
narrow
picture
that
kind of had it. Yeah.
just a little bit.
Um,
But I mean, it's comfortable and it looks gorgeous.
It definitely needed to be brought up about a
Yeah.
half inch. That's
Yeah.
all it really needed to be brought up is a half an inch. Now doing it, like I said, this was going cold turkey.
Yeah.
Kevin picked the
Oh yeah, no, I get it. It's a very well executed knife. Absolutely love it. It's even got the single-sided bevel on it, which is pretty cool.
which was aggravating, grinding because I'm so used to doing both bevels
Yeah.
and everything else. And I could see the advantage of it because it pushes when you're cutting stuff, it pushes away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun episode. I mean, my dad, I picked '01, the kind of part of the sin, and '01 itself is a pain in the ass to forge because it's picky on heat.
Is
As
it?
you can see, there's kind of a heat fracture on one side,
Mhm.
but it doesn't go all the way through. I mean, I pounded on that to see if I could get it to break, but Sam's the only one that. Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen the episode, Sam first one broke, had to go back and forge another one out of spring steel, and actually,
He didn't dare weld it together like you did, huh?
no, it would have failed anyway because of being the '01. I don't know if that's still here if he took it home. Wow. Talk among yourselves real quick. I'll be right back. I got another knife to pull out. Oh, I got one to show you guys. The mushrooming knife. Not this bad boy.
Mushrooming knife?
Yeah, mushroom knife. Shrimping knife. So you can go on there and pick up the
Oh,
nettles.
okay.
This one survived a year in a compost pile. The handles didn't, but it was all rusted up too.
Oh, this is your copper one.
So cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I just need to grow the balls. I got the address and just send it down there, see if I can get on his show. Rogan.
Oh,
So I just need to sharpen it too.
Yeah, that thing is
So what do you guys think of that?
comfortable too. This is cool. See, I like big, bulky, just unnecessarily
That's what
large
she
knives
likes.
sometimes. Yep.
But she really got.
Yeah, unfortunately. My wife is never smiling. There's the reason why.
That's probably one of the reasons why I'm single too. So.
there's things I'd change, but I love it.
What would you change on that? Out of
That
curiosity.
handle needs to be curved just a little bit.
I actually had to grind that handle
Comfortability.
down a little bit. Because it did when I first put it on, because the width of the bone was wide, so it looked like it curved up. But you can see where I had to grind down a little bit.
It still goes up just a little bit. So,
It does.
so it throws that blade up in a different area when you grab it. But
Yeah, but that's when you can lift people up with it.
Yeah. oh yeah,
People
there's,
opener.
there's uses for it. My personal preference would have been for curved it.
Exhibit A. This
Yeah.
really shouldn't have much of a curve in it.
It's hard to say because really, where that does curve up is actually almost perfect swell for my palm.
If it's strictly for stabbing, it'd be great.
But
if you want to,
Well, that's kind of what the buoy is for. Is
but I mean, I'd probably be pretty comfortable skinning with this one too, though.
you could. It
It's
was
like
the buoy with Jim Bowie's knife was made
Mhm.
for opening
purpose.
people.
Yep.
So, I mean, you could definitely do that. The only thing that's holding all that together is the copper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's you don't forge weld it because if you take it up to forge weld temperatures, that copper runs out.
Right.
So you're working. I think copper melts. If I remember correctly, like 1932 degrees, or just a little over 1900 degrees, and you got to work it just below that, but you got to be over 1600 so you don't fracture stuff. There was a couple little flaws in it. I was able to grind them out where it delammed a little.
Tell you why it feels different. I'm left-handed.
Oh, yes, that would make sense. Yep.
Try being ambidextrous. You get really screwed up.
Try doing it the right way.
Well, you know,
That
Hey,
that
he
makes
can't. Everybody can be off on.
I'm in my right mind.
Whatever you say.
Well, technically, people that use their left hand motor are using the right hemisphere. They say.
Yeah, I don't know if he's using either hemisphere, to be honest.
Honestly, mine if the crossfire so damn much. Because when I go say take a right turn, I'll say left, or or I'll
That's so cool.
I mean, then the guard on it is wagon wheel. It's still kind of continues to rust a little bit. I got to oil it up some more, but I think it actually gives it a little
I
A little patina.
patina.
yeah,
to
no,
it.
I kind of like how
Yeah,
I don't know, grungy
I do too.
this knife is.
Well, the handle, the bone is stepping bison bone. Something died out 10,000 years ago or less. Some people are claiming the last one's really died out probably 8,000 to 9,000 years ago. I've read different things and such, but the standard is about 10 to 12,000 years old. And I'll tell you what, when you grind on a bone or teeth from something that died that long ago, going to the dentist, getting your teeth drilled on, get that smell, not near as bad as that stuff. But stepping bison, and it was real fun. I bought the bone originally for another project for a customer. I'm trying to remember where that other one went. Another big knife and such. No, it was for that kitchen knife I did for the calendar. That's what it was. That was a really cool build. Um, that was some cool pictures too. I need to get it back going again. I just need to go over and have Larry teach me how to Photoshop edit. I really want to get into that. So
These ones, I want to play with those crazy ones.
Which one?
Your herb
The
knives.
herb chopper. Well, here,
That one.
Yeah. The ones that I keep bidding on and then forget that
You
it's
bid
going to
on.
end.
Yeah.
So I need to
I
double
went for
check.
$130. I'm happy with that.
Right? Yeah, those are really
I
cool.
tried. I did
knives.
went for a job interview the other day and got told no, they went with somebody else. But
What's your next folder?
yep, that's the blade for the cigar cutters. I got a box of cigars in the house that I need to hurry and get that done so I can try them out.
Now let me ask you. I carry this with me everywhere.
Oh yeah, the first one.
Is this your first one?
Yes, that is Uno one.
And I'm proud to own it. So
So that's Uno one. That yeah, I probably screwed that one up 30 ways Sundays. I thought about going back to using the screws for the blade thing, but I still like doing that. I did learn not to use the stainless steel pins that I was trying to go with, or a little heavy wall, because that's what holds it together when you compress that. It's called a friction folder, which is the locking mechanism. I got asked here a while back, do you make lockers? Well, not lockbacks or anything, but it locks with friction folder, and it's got a carry pin in there. I put a pin on there where the cam, what I call the cam on the rings, because that's what it looks like to me. It's like a cam, really.
Yeah,
Where
so
the pin will ride on that just a little bit. Sometimes they get a little hard and you have to work it in a little bit, but I'd rather have to open up. Well, you got some of those lockbacks that are more
actually,
terrifying, really.
yeah.
I think mine actually works. My lockback works on that same principle, where
Mhm.
there's a little pin right there that it
Yep.
just catches the back on, and that's
Yep.
what
Hold it
holds
all
it in
together.
place.
And I want to. That's my next goal is get up like that.
That same
Those-
knife.
Looks like it.
Yeah, that's the same knife.
Oh, that's funny. Um, I got thinking about it. Well, I was I was interviewed on Rise from the Ashes podcast, which you guys would like too, because it's military. Some guys, especially you, would like it. We got talking about it, and we got talking about folders, and they like cigars and such like that. So I kind of gave me the idea, and then I followed around my head. And I finally talked to Josh Eubanks, who took a picture of because I'm sure you guys can recognize the design of that blade, kind of apparent. He took a picture of one of my knives, broke it down into within 20 minutes. He's about as fast as you are, and sketching stuff out, but come up with the framework and everything, and broke it down into pieces to replicate it. And so far, the first one, according to Alan back east, he's I didn't know this till he told me he's a retired Marine, and he's soon to be retired from the U.S. government. But yeah, he says it works like a charm cutting those in, cuts the cigar. So you got to do a purpose, I mean, you smoke that cigar, and so what do you think of that? This I've been wanting to build these for a while. I Dustin Rhodes been building for a long time, so I've been looking at and just looking from a picture. Of course, the first one went haywire, but I was able to fix it. So
Yeah, they're kind of an interesting shape. I almost feel like it.
Ulu.
I wished I had a little more handle on it. So
Well, not everybody's got giant mitts like we do.
I get it.
Our
I do.
grandma
I do
gave
get it.
me one of those probably 40 years ago
Yep.
from a lab.
And I've actually got the other
You've
one,
got the
but
other
it's actually got a handle that
Yeah.
comes
Yeah.
up out of the
Now,
side.
them are Ulus, and I don't know if
Yes.
that's the same shape.
The blade is
Real
essentially the
close.
same
Yeah.
shape. Yeah.
And I was told these were called rocking choppers because you
Yeah,
take
I
them and
get
you
that.
just
Mhm.
like that because of the handle. So I'm guessing it's kind of stealing off the Ulu, kind of.
Probably.
And I figured out how to fix the handle. Yes, the handle should have been about another inch longer. Um, I've instead of using a half inch because what I did is I came in, marked where I wanted to cut the blade, cut down here with the chop saw a little bit, and then folded out. I should left about a half inch. I should have left a full inch instead of.
You know what would be kind of cool on this one, honestly, is if where this handle is, you brought it back just a little bit or brought the blade forward so you could actually index it more this way and rest that handle in your palm.
Yep.
That
Well,
might
longer
be
handle,
actually kind of comfortable.
longer handle on it for sure.
But then that way, people with bigger hands or even people who are used to kind of gripping a kitchen knife by the blade a little bit, you could actually.
What would be fun too? Take it and put it on a round
Mhm.
piece, and put in thumb.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I thought that's where you're going with.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I
either
thought he
way.
was going
I
with.
mean,
Me too.
as long as you can kind of index it right there, I think that would be kind of neat. And then have this a little bit more centered
Yeah.
because you can have this blade hanging, or the handle hanging back behind the blade a little bit.
And I should, yeah, like I said, went in at cold turkey.
Just ideas,
Yeah, I
things to
like
try
it.
out.
The handle does need to be longer on them. Again, this was
It's not bad. It's also
I'm gonna finally go do it in the afternoon, and just that's where I kicked out. So
right. It's also one of those things you just got to kind of try and see and hold it in your hand and figure out.
I made one out of Damascus too, and I did make the handle longer. But I'll tell you one thing: sometimes getting that down so I get that point out to the do the curl on and everything. With sometimes with the Damascus, you get too hot, or you can break the weld getting it compressing like that.
Mhm.
And so the first one turned out. The second one, I got to put in the forge, sprinkle some flux on it, forge weld that tip back a little bit more. So but I'm going to do a lot more. So what do you guys think from me transitioning from my normal fixed blade to the pocket knives?
What have I been telling you for years?
Go pocket knives, I know. Yeah.
And change up your style. Have fun.
I am more likely to carry a folder than I am a
Yeah.
fixed blade. I will more than happy carry a fixed blade when I'm camping or something, but other than that, I don't have a lot of purpose for them.
I think that's what I'm definitely going to do is more into because, well, let's face it, I've been making these for 30 years.
Yeah.
Other
But
than putting the bolster.
they're handy little knives. Those are actually really sweet because you can toss those in your
Yeah.
hunting gear. They're kind of a nice little compact knife. They're great for a lot of
Keep going.
uses when you're camping and
That's sharp, by the way. Definitely not a dull edge around here.
that is an interesting knife.
I like that.
Sam won that one. I got thinking about it, and I think I'm gonna do a set. I got thinking, I got thinking about this little herb chopper here because people like that. I'm gonna do a paring knife that's got a handle on it, so it's matching set. I'm thinking, what do you guys think? A 4 inch or 3.5 inch for a paring knife blade?
Probably 3.5.
That's what I'm thinking with a 3.5 handle, 7 inches overall.
I actually use a 5 inch in my house because I've got a fairly nice set of kitchen knives,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually just use one of my steak knives as a paring knife because I keep them nice and sharp. Um, but I also don't do fancy things with it either.
Mm-hmm. Well, these are things that are supposed to be abuse and everything else. And I got playing around with it, and it's like, what it would be like to have a chef knife again, like our conversation a while back, doing something a little more economic. Because I really don't want to go work with, and I'm figuring out after going through job interviews for the last year and a half, that people don't really like to hire self-employed people. Honestly, and I think the reason why I got thinking about it is I think the reason why because you're not dependent on the job, so they don't feel like you're gonna give all your all.
Yeah.
I think you're also more likely to rage against the machine, as it were.
Yes, that's where I'm getting at. Yep.
Yeah.
But I also got thinking of making this style, doing this a little bit with a blacksmith knife and a paring knife with a blacksmith knife
That's
too.
actually really close to a little cheese knife.
Yeah.
If you had it maybe
That's
an
her-
inch longer.
That's what she said.
Yep. If only.
Well, you remember the little cheese one that do the short little handles ones, little cheese.
I don't think I do remember those ones.
I got one around here somewhere, but I don't know where it's at.
That would be kind of cool. Is if you had that actually come out,
Bring it out a little bit instead
bring
of
it
a
out, so
curl
you can
around.
actually
Use it as a.
as a bit
Okay,
of
I could do
a
that.
locket. You know what I'm saying?
That's not a bad idea.
Because really, you're probably going to hold your knife about like this, and you could actually lock in the
Do a
place.
spoon instead of
Yeah,
a curl.
yeah,
I like that idea. That's not a bad idea.
just something to try.
See, knife review. We're doing my knife review. This one I made this for my cousin. My his wife contacted me a couple of years ago, and he's into composting and gardening, and they like to go out and hunt in the hills for mushrooms. Well, he lost this in the compost pile for a year. Of course, you can imagine the blade was rusted as hell. The antler, taking it off, crumbled pretty much in the dust because compost pile. What do you guys think of that one? For a forging knife and everything. He used it for everything. Talk about a pain in the ass to sharpen.
Oh yeah.
I sliced a belt right in half, got smacked in the face
Really?
first time.
I feel like kind of like My grandpa used to carry a knife like that
He
for
did.
apples and stuff. I
Yeah.
think is what he did with it.
It would also be a great asparagus knife.
Yeah.
Who doesn't
Oh,
like?
maybe that's what he
I
used
think
it
it
for.
was.
But
Yeah.
I feel like I can remember him out there
Mhm.
Oh,
using
I
a curved
can
knife
see
like
that.
this with apples and stuff. That was a long time ago.
I'd have to have to take a picture of that, send it to Eubanks, have him turn it into a folder too.
I don't think it'd be that hard.
Well, when it comes down to drawing schematics, I fail. And I do use patterns again. I trace every one of these out. You know, the stock removal. I know that's a dirty word, but sorry guys for the
You know,
just
The thing of it is I think that's the only way you can guarantee consistency.
Yeah.
true.
I
And there are certain metals that you cannot forge. I mean, some of the newer
yeah.
high-tech blades and such. I get every now and then with people that bug me about D2 steel. And I've talked among the other makers and such. D2 steel is okay. I don't think it's near as hyped up, but oh, the military uses it. Well, I'm going to tell you, if you haven't been in the military, which I haven't, you say military are great about anybody, and they're cringe. Trust me.
Cheapest bidder.
Yeah.
Yep, built by the cheapest builder. Granted, there's some cool stuff every now and then. You
There
know,
is.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting Oshkosh and putting a big camper on it, a little great big 6-wheeler
Mhm.
ones. That would be.
That's what I
Actually, I seen a guy who
Eight-wheeler,
actually put a
actually.
camper on it, and I think you can burn about anything in those things for fuel wise. Damn near. The
Probably.
guy was burning used oil. So, um, anything you guys want to cover about? You want to talk about your comics? Anything coming new on it?
Cogs 6. 6 is getting close to being done. And they're fighting.
Here's a nice blade for you if you want to take a picture.
Well, yeah, because they're actually I have the Giant of Canada in it.
There we go.
And I'm relating it back to the Lovelock Cave in Nevada as well.
Ooh,
When the Paiutes took out the giants.
the redhead giants.
And so
I was just watching a deal on that too.
both those stories are in this, and it's not going to finish off in this one book. It's going to continue, but
I like. So kind of get let's dive into a little bit of that. What got you started in doing the comics? We touched on a little bit on the beginning, but give us a little more detail. What really got you going with it? And you have somebody else that's helping doing the dialogue, correct?
yes, we always do.
Okay.
I've had him help with a couple.
Yeah. Depends on which issue.
The biggest problem is we don't want it just to be one person's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And so we ask for help from others just so it'd be more interesting.
I like it.
So Rod's doing one that Centuries. Right here.
Oh, it's over there. Okay.
And matter of fact, he's got Centuries 5 done. We're just getting it colored. He's been working on 6, and they're actually fighting the cogs. Because the cogs take out the threat. Centuries had found that it's a mutant type,
Mm-hmm.
and they're trying to save that threat. So they have a different agenda they're heading out.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
So
We'll have to get Rod over here to do one.
I think actually would benefit a lot from Rod because he has a good personality for this type
Yes.
of thing too.
Well, he's also a truck driver too. He's used to talking to Mike, so yeah, I've ran with Rod for a
Yeah.
lot of years, and some of the shit I mean, I've been in stitches listening to those guys talk. Oh my God, it was good. Back when the coal hole was fun. Let's put it that way. So more folders, less kind of. That's what I've been thinking about gearing back and such.
Yeah, I mean, really just more practical, I guess, everyday something that everybody could use.
So far, the only issue I've had 2 knives come back. Well, one I'm waiting for the other one to come back. Like I said, I decided to use a stainless steel pin, hollow pin. And of course, they got a little heavy walled, so but they're not expanding. So I'm going to use them go back to just a single pin, using the stainless steel as the bushing to it, so it doesn't wear out as fast.
Right.
But so far, that's the only issue I've had so far. Knock on wood. Oh,
I've heard a lot of compliments about your folders.
Well, that's good.
So
Hey, if you got one of my folders, jump on Google. I mean, leave me a review. That I mean, I can't improve, or if I don't know what's going on with that, I'm trying to be rude or anything. If I need to get that feedback, I definitely need feedback on that. And I know I've been trying to change up my style a little bit, and that's kind of where I like with the cigar cutter. I'm going to do the cigar cutter style with the hole and without too. So definitely, I got thinking about it. It's like I can see somebody accidentally put their finger in there and then go to close it, and
Yep.
Yes.
it will go through bone. Got several people that doesn't let me sharpen their knives anymore. So
Get that.
And I'd rather just have you sharpen them, so I'm good to go. But
yeah, no, it probably needs a touch up too.
it probably does.
I know a guy could probably help you
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So Black Lotus. What exactly is Black Lotus?
Well, I mean, we just really do signs, banner design, kind of really like the my main focus is honestly around small businesses in the area. We have a ton of them, and there are constantly new ones
Oh
popping
yeah,
up.
you need to get a
Uh,
booth with Small Business Fest. So do you?
Oh, the thing over in
No, over here in the Aurora Park. Yeah, I got to go down
When
to
is
City
that?
Council, May 16th on a Saturday.
Okay.
Well, I still got to go get the final approval for the city government because apparently I didn't know this. I thought you could just rent the park, set it up. Yeah, you can't do that. I'm like, well, maybe put a thing out and say, hey, if you're going to do this, here's this application, fill it out. Let's come talk to the city government, which is fine. I just didn't know about that.
all that city stuff is always so complicated because I help out with Rocktober every year,
Yeah.
and it is always such a nightmare. All these random things, everyone trying to get a little extra money out of you, and oh my heck.
I'm only doing the booths at $20 each. And the main goal behind that is to help support other people. Um, like Robert Garcia, Air Force friend, guy in the Air Force, the Air Force Reserve. He's out on the East Coast right now, freezing his ass off. He's mainly in San Diego,
Tell him
so
to bring some snow with him when he comes
right. Oh, this is not going to be good. Next spring is not going to be fun.
No, it is not.
Probably end up eating horses by the next fall.
back. Might do.
Beef definitely going to go up again. I guarantee it's going to
yeah.
double again.
Yep.
Like I said, this like have you guys listened to any episodes yet?
Pieces of
Bits
them,
and
yeah.
pieces.
Any tips? I like to keep it off the cuff. I mean, I try to have some questions, kind of the questions more or less keep me from going squirrel. So
I've been so busy lately, I haven't had a chance. So
No, I think it's fine, man. I
busy,
mean,
you
really,
just got a 9 to 5.
I'm busier doing that new job than I have ever been. And then I've got to make up for banners and signs that I am not doing while I'm there. So
Yeah, there you go. Sorry, go ahead now.
I was just gonna say, like, really, the only thing is obviously, the more and more you do it, the more and more you're
Well,
getting your groove in and learning how to, I guess, talk to people and how to keep everybody in line and all of that. It just gets better as you go.
I hope.
Kind of the thing.
Like I said, I'm just rolling the dice on this. One thing I'm going to do with people I haven't met before, I'm definitely going to do like maybe a 30-minute phone call with them. Get to know them a little bit because I've done a couple of cold interviews right now. Didn't know them. It worked out. But I think I definitely kind of I need to do a pre-interview or Zoom call real quick, kind of get an idea of their personality because better go catch the roadrunner. Squirrel. Damn it. I lost my train of thought. Stupid phone! ADHD, it's a bitch. So
A little better so that you're more comfortable talking to them. Is that the
well, it's hard to talk when you meet somebody new, you don't know what exactly to ask or what they do. I mean, you can look at their work and everything. It's just for me, just well, like I said, meeting somebody new and stuff like that and trying to figure, okay, how do you talk? What do you ask them?
don't know necessarily the personality or what you need?
Yes.
Yeah, I get
So, I mean, knife makers are easy. Maybe you just boom, boom, even, but still, I think I need to do a warm up call first. Um, on folders, let's roll back to folders. Is there a different kind of blade style you'd like to kind of see out of curiosity?
Tanto.
Tento?
Tanto.
Tento.
Everything's just cooler with the Tanto blade. It's
Yeah.
less practical, but it's
Everything.
cooler.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
good to
like.
have the option.
Yeah. Let's have to make a design for it because honestly, that is all complete. Like you said,
Well,
consistency
and
pattern.
you can do it, a Japanese style Tanto where it's not quite such a sharp angle,
True.
but I mean, really, it's not a heck of a lot different than what you got going on here. Just a little more
Straight.
and then you kind of swoop up.
I'm gonna grab that katana right over there. we're almost done. We just got to do more pieces of it.
Yeah, like that.
That's only been worked in the last 21 years. So don't worry, your
It's all
sword got
right.
faded. Huh?
I was getting it on your camera
Well,
because you can't see it over here.
so that one's been in the works for a lot longer than your sword was. So don't feel that.
But yeah, just kind of that
A little more shape to
nice
it,
swoop to. I don't know why I like those. I just do. Probably because I just don't see as many knives with it.
probably.
I mean, it is a pretty popular design, but
Late in the last couple of years, somebody's, I guess, apparently on Etsy going as Damascus Mike. So when they Google it, they come to me for blade replacement, and they sent me pictures of them. It's Pakistani jump blades.
Really?
Yeah. As soon as I seen the Damascus, like, but the keeper was like, I'll do it. It's this is my price. Well, that's a lot cheaper. Who's gonna try it? Well, what do you do with this kind of steel? And this goes like, nope. It's like good luck, bud. They're like, well, you better contest that on Etsy. Etsy doesn't give a shit. I've already tried.
yeah.
So
It's
there's
actually
that.
neat.
Oh,
That eel skin?
yeah.
Yeah.
You've come a long ways on that.
Well, I had Ham's help with that because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, he hauled around on getting it. I did the handle, all freehanded, but inlaying that.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff, the leather underneath it, the material underneath it is easy to cut. You get on those the armor part of it. I don't know what you call that exactly.
Scales?
The scale of it. A knife will roll off that, and we actually rolled an edge off of them. It is a pain in the butt to cut. But yeah, I gotta if I'm gonna do the butt cap or whatever. There's a specific word. Hey, I'm sorry, internet, if I call it the butt cap, but there's a specific word. I don't know Japanese that well. No offense, but I'm gonna do. I got it in there, all cut out and everything. I just gotta put it on the end of this and shape it. It's gonna be rough iron too to match the. What in the hell's the guard? Starts with a W, doesn't it?
Yeah, I got
Putting these
you.
guys on the spot.
It's been a day.
Yes, the big.
Yeah, I know what this
Right,
is. The
yeah.
habaki. I know that because it's like habaki, the grill.
Yeah.
So, oh, so for people that might be listening as such, when it comes to artists, I've noticed there's a lot of people that listen to a lot of podcasts that are kind of into art and everything else. Maybe somebody's trying to take their artwork into a business like you guys is. What are some of the advice you would offer them and pitfalls to avoid? I mean, we all got to hit those pitfalls because if we don't learn. But
Try different media if you're struggling. I
what meaning?
I am terrible at sketching designs,
Mhm.
but I can build it on the computer really easy and make
And
it
I'm
look
opposite. I can draw
yeah.
it, but I can't build it on the computer.
Yeah, like I can picture something in my head, and
Well,
for
you
some
do have
reason,
kind of a computer, but it's an
Yeah.
electronic thing.
And I had to do that because I was designing monsters for Hollywood to be able to send them that image immediately. So
yep, and I can't. I can see it in my head, but for some reason my hand just can't translate it, and so I fall under the crutch of the computer being able to offer me perfect lines and shapes and different things like that. So
So maybe you might be real good at your my plasma cutter, maybe
yeah, I'll bet so.
because I just need to have somebody to work with me because I want to be able to do it myself, and that way I don't have to hire somebody to come in to run it and cut out blanks and such. Otherwise, it's just sitting there. I might just sell it. I haven't decided yet, but it has its advantages. I mean, I could cut blanks out like the oh for the folders and such. But anyway, not to interrupt you, but
no, I mean that would just be my thing. Like if you're just kind of struggling in one thing, maybe just try something different.
so what taking that from hobbyist into a business?
It's rough.
It's way rough.
What kind of challenges have you guys encountered?
Don't spread yourself too thin.
Pick
Pick
been
one pick one thing to get good at. Or a couple things and just don't spread it out so much you can't keep up.
been there.
You know, the other thing that I think is really important for people to hear is you do not have to turn your hobby into a business.
True.
You don't have to do
Yeah.
that.
But for those who would like to. But yeah, that's good advice as well.
Just because I feel like that's just kind of really our generations, whether it's Gen X, millennials, seem to just do that for some reason. Every time they're like, "Oh, I do this a lot. I'm kind of good at it. I can make money." And sometimes I feel like you just end up ruining a hobby and
And
wasting a lot of time.
and we seen
Yeah.
I think we kind of seen similar like that with Fortune Fire. Everybody got into it, started buying up and made tools and the good anvils. The price of the stuff like that just shot through the roof for good anvils. I mean, double, triple overnight. But now everybody that got into it now is like, okay, the kids are grown up and it's over. Then they're setting the stuff coming back on. I'm seeing every now and then you'll see people that bought stuff to try to because they wanted to do it. Some people did it for a little bit of to make money, and you could see those guys definitely weeded themselves out because they weren't really putting
The art and
art into it, kind of like the Pakistani crap.
Or the experience, maybe.
Yeah, that and it kind of made knife stuff, but it's finally clearing itself up a little bit. I mean, it's fine, but if you're going to do it, but I've noticed a few of those that disappeared finally. They didn't like to get input. They didn't like that
Constructive criticism.
Thank you. Big words. I've had coffee this morning, so um, on your part, what kind of the issues you had when starting to decide to go?
doing too many things. That's what I'm saying. Broaden or narrow it down to certain things and get good at that. Don't just offer everything under the sea.
Been there, done that with a nice.
Yeah. That killed my building the business pretty bad.
Yeah. No, that was really not that there was anything really wrong with it, but the company that I worked for, that my business turned into, that was a lot of their problem. Is they just wanted to be the all-in-one place. You have everything, which is probably fine if you build yourself up to that.
Yeah.
But you gotta get all of your processes down. I'd rather make good banners, stickers, be able to provide people with what exactly they want rather than everything that they want.
And what's nice is we work together so much. If one of us doesn't, if we're too backed up, we'll send the customer to the other.
Done that
And
before
we're very,
too.
very similar on what we do, and it's just
Yeah, and realistically, I do like the bigger businesses a lot more, and he likes kind of
Like
the
the
slightly
smaller
smaller stuff. Because I get smaller stuff and it kind of clogs up my whole work process and everything. And then it feels like you get big stuff and
And
it
it
just
clogs
kind of
up
takes
my
up your
I have a couple
space.
that I do big stuff, but that's all I take in is just that one client for the big stuff. And I'll send.
Or if every once in a while, it'd be like 9 o'clock at night. Hey, I got an idea.
Yeah, somebody's good at that.
Yeah. Well, AI is kind of help temper that. I throw it in there and kind of give me an idea.
It just gives me a reason to shake my head when you post AI stuff.
I know, but it's the only way I can kind of get my idea out. And that's kind of been teaching me because I use AI to do help with the descriptions and such. Because, well, let's just face it. Me and the English language are not friends, or spelling or grammar. And in business, you got to make it look good. So AI is a pretty good tool for that. Art, not so much, but again, having fun with it. Can't bug you guys all the time. So.
Do you? So I guess actually, there's a pretty controversial topic right there.
Well, let's dive into
does
it.
AI help you with your business stuff? Is it a net positive for you?
For me, yes, because have you read some of my posts before I started using it?
No, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that weird scattering of words that you
Yes,
sometimes.
yes.
No, that's part of the character of it.
Yeah, but I
It's
mean,
the humanization. You're getting rid of that by doing AI.
well, I gotta make somewhat sound like I am somebody. Hey, if it comes into the grinding, the forging, and such like that, I'm a bladesmith, not a wordsmith. So, look at you guys. I'm being the only healthy one here, drinking water.
Oh,
There's water in Monster.
yeah, there's water in
There you
this that I drink. I'm not gonna
Uh,
advertise.
But yeah,
Hey, if they want to sponsor, I mean, honestly, I actually, be honest with you, since I've been doing this, I wouldn't mind doing this a lot more if I could pay the bills with it.
Yeah.
And just go down to just doing what I want to build in the shop. I just interviewed Jay Nielsen, and I like what he's doing now. He's built what he wants. He's got his email list. He throws it out there, and it goes down the email list. And he says it sells before I even have to post it on
That's
any kind of
awesome.
social media. I would love to get away from
And
that.
advertisement's my biggest downfall with my comic books. I don't have time to advertise. So
And see, I actually advertise as far as locally. I do provide all of the signage and advertisement for Rocktober,
Mhm.
which is our big music event. For anybody that doesn't know, it's a big free event that we do every year in the park. That
In Richfield City,
Yep.
Utah.
And I do all of their stuff, and so my stuff is everywhere on that, and that's the advertisement I do. My whole budget for advertising goes into that, and it ends up working out pretty well. But I think you just got to find the right place to advertise is kind of the issue. And comic books are kind of a weird one because
They are
I
really
don't
weird.
know. I feel like it's starting to become not cool anymore again.
Well, I think a lot of it because, well, the big companies, we won't say that because we don't want to get sued, have drove it into the ground
they've made it tough on everyone else. But
because,
independent comic books are getting bigger because of that.
yep, and that's one thing that's cool.
But it's still tough for the independents to try to get their stuff out there to be known.
The other thing that's happened is the everyone can now pretty easily print their own comic book.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not that hard to find somewhere to do that.
Yeah.
And so now you got a pretty heavy saturation.
I
But
only print for a few companies throughout the nation, and just print my own. Other than that, so I don't take on anyone new because you really don't make a lot of money printing comic books.
No. Well, that's one thing that's nice about the free market. You have that variety, benefits that person who's trying to produce their.
But it's fun because you can help that
Mhm.
company out and get their stuff. You can look through it and say, "Hey, why don't you change this up before we print it?" So
Um, yeah. Oh yeah, grab that one. I made some cable up. I've got some smaller. Yeah, that is. Go ahead and look it over.
I've
Can
been
you see the
looking at it.
difference? That's got a core. I got spring steel in the as a core. I got 1/2 inch cable out there, so I'm wrapping it around the steel and 412 that down.
Okay.
I tried to get it a little bit where it was showing it on both sides, even on both sides, but I
And
get
this
to the
side's a
point it's
lot
getting a
better.
little too thin.
Yeah. Have you etched this one yet?
Yeah, well, that's why you can see it a little bit.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this was pre
Lightly etched
Okay.
to see where I was at. Again, to bring that back, that's going to the fat electrician guy.
Nick?
Yep. I don't know what his name is. I just call him by the fat electrician. So,
Well, I do have him in a comic book already. So
oh, sweet.
I believe it's Cogs 5.
yeah, Cogs 5.
I
He's actually going to be in Cogs 6 as well
nice.
as a character.
Did you thin him up a little bit, make him a little? Dude, I like it. Well, I've been watching a lot of his stuff on YouTube and such. I like it when he does his for his advertisement and such, and his wife joins in. It's funny as shit. Um, but I got thinking about it. I says I'd like to see if I can get I don't know what he charged to be a sponsor, but I got goals checking off the list here. I think he'd appreciate that.
I enjoyed speaking to him. I'd like to talk to him again, but he's a nice guy.
And again, just like always, stuff I research and stuff like that. I'm gonna ask him a few questions, see where I can do a little research on my grandpa's history because he was in the Guadalcanal and the Solomons and all that stuff and such. See if there's um anywhere where any history, anything in documented of any major battles and such. Be cool, just for personal reasons.
Well, that's the best part about him is he brings out the heroes that are untold. I love listening to that.
I mean, it's a great show. I enjoy it. He did one on. Thought it was funny as hell on shit, Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you drinking? Have you watched that one?
It was Pepsi, wasn't it?
No, well, Pepsi was brought down the USSR, kind of
Yeah.
more or less. Well, the history of Coca-Cola and everything else, and the psyops and
Yeah.
everything.
It was Santa
It was
Claus.
awesome. I wish I had that kind of talent, but I make Sharpie things. What do you think of that one?
That's pretty sweet. I like that one. The handle's a little thicker on this one.
Yeah,
A little more swell in it.
I did a little bigger. Looking at him on TV, it looks like he's got big palms. So, and that one is actually about 1.5 inches larger than the standard size. Again, he looks like he's got big palms.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I mean that one fits my hand a lot better than.
And I got thinking on this. I'm glad we brought that up. So, comparing to this one, um, it's kind of smooth.
Mhm.
So what I got thinking, and I want you guys' opinion on that. Hang on, hold that. So what I got
Let
thinking
me see that. Thank you.
is I'm going to take my 1/8 inch carbide bit.
Somewhere there shouldn't work gray and black.
Yeah,
Very nice bright color.
I think we want to kind of match.
You're talking about putting grip on the top?
Well, yeah, taking just going little
Yeah.
notches all the way down.
I think that'd be a great idea.
That way, a little more. And I thought about maybe doing it here as well. I don't know. We're gonna try it on
I
this.
don't think I'd like it on the fingers, personally, like being grooved down
Okay,
here.
on the belly,
Yeah,
in the well area.
yeah.
Well, I was got thinking about that way. It doesn't slide because it doesn't have.
See that?
I don't think you can qualify this as a guard
Right.
because it doesn't protrude high enough
Right.
To protect.
above it.
Maybe if my hand is kind of behind him, you can kind of see the comparison there. But
I mean, he does. I mean, he might be. It looks like a short guy, but he's got some big, meaty. Well, you have to
Yeah.
be when you're pulling electric. You ever seen an electrician's hand?
He's
After
also a jiu-jitsu guy.
you know, true. So, I don't think I'd want to fuck with him. Honestly, pardon my French. I try not to cuss on this, but I was what he. There's a video on there. They're talking about the 21 rule, 21-foot rule, and I'll send that to you. It's pretty interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, when I went through the police academy, that was a big thing. When I went through basic, that was a big thing. So
and it depends on who it is. I mean, what do you guys? You know, of course, I couldn't do
the
it.
biggest problem is you don't know who you're dealing with, and that's why.
Unload the clip. Deal with it later.
What?
Unload the clip.
Magazine?
Yeah. I'm going to say that on purpose. The clip. Unload the clip.
A clip feeds a magazine. Magazine feeds a weapon.
I know.
Unless you got
Don't make me cringe.
an M1 Garand.
I seen one that somebody took an M1 Grand and recalibrate for 458. I want one so bad. My dad said, "What's with you and big calibers and semi-auto?"
That feels like
Why
it would
not?
just be punishment.
Yeah, that's part
Yeah,
of
but
the fun, right?
I mean, your
I
shoulder
guess,
might be sore
like-
afterward, but the guy down range is going to be a whole lot worse.
I mean, you've seen most of my guns. You can shoot them all day long, and it's fine. You could just next morning doesn't hurt. All good.
I like my 375. I'd like to have that in the AR part form, honestly.
Yeah, I think if you keep this up
Mm-hmm.
and put a
But-
little bit of texture on it, I
Yep.
think that'd be
And
fantastic.
even though the bolster and such will kind of cover it up, it'll be just in the blade, but it's
Mhm.
still going to be there. I think enough to grip. So what do you guys think?
Because if you start to sweat or get blood
Mhm.
or anything like that, you're going to slip. if you
I
don't
actually
have
have
texture.
my kitchen knives are actually built like that. They have this
No,
kind of little bit of area for your thumb, and it is
checkered.
it's not actually checkered. It's actual like little cuts in it to just kind of really catch your
And like I said, I've got the 1/8 inch rotary and just gonna go
Yeah.
just enough
just like that.
in. I thought about getting that file that cuts in the checkered kind of a little bit, but I think the little
See, you've got this angled just how I like it.
yeah. I know. I kept that in mind forging because I can remember that the first episode getting yelled at because this one doesn't quite
No, it doesn't quite have it, but
have it. I mean, I should have ground a little bit more. Actually, I was trying to, but I think the reason why I
Okay,
stopped because I
stop
had a
it.
flaw.
Mhm.
If I remember correctly, what flaw
I think
grind up.
you had drilled that hole in the back first, and you realized you
Yes.
drilled it slightly
Yep,
lower. than
that's
you
right.
intended
That's
to.
right.
And you were just like, I don't want to get any closer than that. So
By the way, you can win this by buying some coins. I got some coins. Have you guys looked at? Dan, you've seen them before,
Yeah.
haven't you? Shout out to Jason for his engraving. You got one, right?
Yeah.
You haven't got one. That one's yours. Merry Christmas.
well, thank you.
So,
well, this is going home with me.
well, I'm thinking I'm going to make the. I can see it in my head. I don't know what to describe it. It's going to be kind of bulky, kind of
The hilt.
yeah, the hilt or the guard. On that would be technically a guard.
Is this people are trying to purchase these? Is that the
Yes, we had them up for 50. They're not really moving. I think we're going to drop them down to 25 each.
I don't know if they have a. You can see on there. Maybe
Yeah.
Mike, I'd actually suggest
those are pretty cool.
very
plates.
similar to this.
Yeah, I thought about doing that
On
too.
That would be
Well, Jason really said we had brass.
Oh,
It would show up a lot better in brass.
that would be no. Yeah,
Oh,
you need
that's
brass.
what I'm gonna do
Yeah,
with rough
that would be
iron.
awesome. In
That would be, it'd be kind of cool is if you had
So you got,
kind of a more V shaped here,
yeah, kind of like
like
on,
this one, but have it come up,
Yeah.
come down on that blade just a little bit.
oh,
Honestly, the texture on that blade is what's got me
Yeah,
well,
no, that thing is
enthralled.
cool.
I etched it heavy. A lot of guys would probably stop a little further, but I thought the texture would look more, make it look like it was
You know,
ancient, been in the dirt for a while, pulled out, and then the pitting.
this is not a knife that I would expect anyone to just pack around with them. They're probably not going to ever use it.
Speaking of which,
And so when you go a little heavier etch, there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
You're doing this for style points,
Yeah.
not.
that one's to reach in under the rib cage and poke the heart out. So a friend of mine, a guy I went to school with, he's into competition shooting, beating, boom, boom, boom. I comment on this. He didn't even detail. He's like, "What does it look like?" So I put a picture of the original one I built on there, and he's like, "Oh, he wants to come over and talk." I sent him a picture of that one. He goes, "Well, that one's a little bit longer than what it should be." He says, "Yeah, it's 1.5 inches, and that's what she said too." Hey, come back, but I was gonna say that, but you beat me to it. But um, a lot of people think they need to hang it off a belt like this. I personally, again, growing up with dad, vest and everything, that honestly, where would you guys, if you were gonna carry this in a scenario like that, where would you want to carry this? Maybe here or back here, personally.
Between police and military, I've always carried them on my
So
vest.
On the here.
So I have a camelback that I just kind of keep. It's kind of for hunting, for hiking, whatever I'm doing. And it actually has an old, I think it's a buck knife that's actually got a hard plastic connection, and I actually keep it
Locked in.
Yep, right there, and it's downward.
Again, like I said, pull it like this, or I've
Yep.
seen people pull like this. I'm
I
gonna
have
have a
to.
chat with him on it. So I don't know if he really, because honestly, yeah, the gun's a good, good thing and everything else, but the knife does where when you need to dispatch somebody quietly.
Well, as my dad always said, a knife does not run out of ammo.
True.
Yep.
That is very, very true.
I'm more scared of a suspect with a knife than a gun.
Oh yeah, have you seen I've seen videos and clips of people being opened up. Now I've been stabbed. I ain't scared of. I mean, somebody pulls a knife on me, I get kind of a chubby. I mean, that's just, or I giggle. It's like, really? That's all you got? But yeah, I mean, the knife wound far more dangerous than getting. I mean, you can plug a bullet hole off easier than you can a knife wound. It was like, oh, you only had a knife. Shut up. Just shut up.
I've never understood the bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah, the 21 rule, like we're talking about earlier. Just because he had a knife, I mean, go look up the pictures of it. I mean, I've seen officers' arm blade open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I got a little more fat because I went whoop, got another belly button marking spot. That was a funny story. Oh God, that poor lady. I feel sorry for her. I wasn't going to charge her, but she sent me money anyway. Here, let me help me with your medical bill. I'm like, okay. Doctor thought about putting me on a 72-hour cycle because I told her, well, it must be a 20-year thing. Put a knife here in my thigh, chainsaw over here. I'm like, you got death wish? No, not really. But hey, 72-hour hold, 3 hots and a cot for 3 days. Sign me up. She didn't think that was very funny. She says, well, there's nothing wrong with you. It's like, oh, I'm not suicidal, lady. It was completely just kind of like that little tick, just kind of turned she asked a question. I paused for a second, flipped the knife around, and just went to go back on the thing. On, boop. Of course, it was, I just got to sharpen it how I normally sharpen. And that poor gal passed out. She looked the part, vegan, lesbian. I mean, nothing against her or anything. She was a really sweet lady, but those people that see blood just
She wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, definitely wasn't ready for it. Neither was I. But it was again, that was quite the experience. So, yeah, that's so. So focus more on the pocket knives, maybe a little less the other thing. I really like that. I kind of want to get me a use the water and cut stuff, water jet system, so I can cut out more of the pieces and be a little quicker.
And a little more, yeah, a little less cleanup every time.
Yeah.
Yes, because the grinding that carbon fiber, yeah, that's real fun.
Yeah.
Even though I got ventilation, but that's still Now I can breathe better since somebody brought my mask back. So
I wonder if my laser cutter could cut through that.
carbon fiber.
Yeah.
The problem with it, it's too hot and it makes it spread. Jason's been trying to play with it. Water jet's about the only. I thought it could, and I thought I read it.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, carbon is kind of
What the
designed to do that.
You are making more budget friendly knives now.
Yes, yeah. Keeping.
mentioned.
I mean, I got to go back to them a little bit. I kind of had to up the prices a little bit because consumables gone up a
Mhm.
little bit. So I've got to. So they're going to be around the $70-$80 range
That's
now.
not bad.
That's still pretty good.
I mean,
for a knife.
man, you've got people walking around with like what is it? Is Benchmade?
Benchmade with
and they're
$200 knives.
$200-$300 knives, and that one I can't really get
I
behind
couldn't, no.
because they're great knives, but I'm not going to carry that around every day.
Nope.
We won't go there.
I mean, you notice him and I are literally carrying Kershaw's.
That's not a bad brand,
No,
but
they're great knives. I mean, they're not crazy. If I lose this
But I'm
somewhere,
also not
I'm
yeah.
not-
lose it.
and
if I break it, it's not that huge deal.
and this one's going to be, these are going to be probably priced somewhere between 175 and 225. If it's got the cigar cutter hole in it, it's probably going to be 225. I've got an idea how to get some nice wood scales to put on the side of it. Probably a little bit more.
Would be nice. I was gonna
Toxic
suggest
green.
Done one.
Everything you
Did you see that toxic green
I
one?
didn't actually.
You haven't seen that one?
No. I
Oh,
probably would have tried to buy
oh, he's gonna cry when he sees it.
it. Yep.
Um,
No, you combine
I want
neon
one of the
green,
acorn ones.
neon green and black.
Or pine cone ones.
I've got
So
some pine
this-
cone. I've got to do some resin. Go
Is
ahead.
that this one?
What?
Does this have a pine cone?
No,
No, I thought one of these knives did.
nope. I don't have a.
This
pine-
one could use a pine cone.
I thought about that. You-
Honestly,
Are you guys ready to cry that you
also
didn't
needs
bid
a-
on it?
needs a- Ah, yeah. See, that's sweet. Make another one, but do a tanto blade.
Well, I could do that. Actually, I think I could probably do a Tyndall blade and not have to change up. That's the other design I've been using. That's kind of the old school. And originally, it was supposed to be full scale
Mhm.
until
I actually like the.
I cracked it, and then I had to freehand grind that line on the grinder, get it all cleaned up,
It
and then
looks
put.
better with that.
Yeah, it looks
Really?
better, way better.
Honestly, man, like it. You look at handle
there's
design
the-
and stuff, and you
And see, that would benefit from a
brass.
brass.
Brass, yes.
So really, yeah, you look at.
I need to learn how to solder.
What is the
though.
buck 112?
110.
I think it's the 112. The folder.
10.
I think the one-
110.
It's 110.
Is it? I
It's
thought-
110.
I
Don't
thought
argue with me.
110
I
was the
researched it.
Straight blade.
One thing that's nice about Buck, they're still made in Idaho. I think still owned by the original family. Never been outsourced.
But like you look at their handles and
Mhm.
stuff, and really
Yeah.
they kind of nailed it.
Yep.
Their handle design.
Oh yeah.
And everything.
Um,
I'm gonna double check you guys.
You're gonna double check.
I'm gonna
us.
double.
you want to put some money on this?
double check.
I've got one. It's just a little bit shorter than it's supposed to be.
Because I got an article I'm working on. I just need to redo the.
112. Oh wait. Oh, they're both. Oh, they're both. That's why.
Oh, okay. That I didn't know.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't know that either.
They're
So we're both correct.
Mine's a 110.
Buck 110 is the most common. Grandpa had it. Everybody had it. He started. The guy originally started out
112.
doing it.
Ooh.
Started building those
Oh,
knives,
the 112 is the shorter one. Okay, that's what it is.
Okay.
which we're all probably on.
That's why that's
Yeah.
why I'm familiar with it.
One thing that's kind of cool. I was doing a little research. I got an article. I need to finish. I just need to rewrite the conclusion of thought on it because I screwed that up majorly. Old Timer is no longer made in the U.S. They went out in business 2003. They got sold off. They're all being made in China now.
Who was it that bought Old Timer?
China.
Oh, it was Charade.
Yeah, Schrade
Yeah.
used to.
Charade had it.
China.
And
They
then-
went out of business and,
and
they
then
got bought by China.
Okay.
So the timer, you get the old timer now, they're all made. They're piles of shit. But old timer goes way back to the 1800s. The guys that
Yeah.
originally.
Well, I mean, I've got my grandpa's old
Yeah.
timers, and they are. I mean,
We
so
both have a
how?
couple of them.
I mean, I can't remember exactly how or when Grandpa was born, but
1914.
yeah, I mean, old.
Hey,
And
that's
and
my grandpa,
like most of
1915.
his grandchildren all have one of his
Yeah.
old because he had a whole bunch of them, and they are just still. You can tell that they're well loved knives,
yeah.
but they're still functioning knives.
Well, that's one thing I don't like about pocket knives. A lot of the older ones, and they probably didn't think about it. That's why I like to put the choil in there, the sharpening choil. It's one, I like it aesthetic. It's both things, functional and aesthetics. Um, and I did a short reel on that. I got some great feedback on people arguing back and forth. Some people like, well, I like a blade go all the way back. How many of people use that much of the blade? Do you guys use that blade all the way back?
No,
Honestly,
I feel like that's a little bit of a safety net if my
Yep.
finger slips on it.
that and well, when you're sharpening it, if you, I'm sure go look at your grandpa's knife. You see that knife comes up and it recurves in a little
Yep.
bit because you got to come off
Yeah.
like that. That gives you a stopping point to
Mhm.
start and stop your edge. So functionality
Richfield
and
doesn't actually had that.
It doesn't.
Well, it
it's got a
does.
finger swell on it. Okay.
Yeah.
well, that's not really a finger swell. It's well, you could use it
Well,
as that.
sorry,
It's
it's
still
got
called a
this-
choil.
Yeah. You've got a stop right there. That's actually the part where you
Yeah.
flick it. But yeah, it does have that cut. It's just not quite as clean as yours. It's a little
Well,
smarter,
you know,
but
that's 72 layer too. So, and I don't really like making random anymore. But I got the new forge.
So is it in your thoughts? Sorry to
Yeah, go ahead. ADHD moment.
Is it in your thoughts to make those non-Damascus pocket knives?
I'm going to.
For future?
If I can figure out the plasma cutter a little bit better, we can put scan it in, make them just. I'll make the blade just a hair wider than normal for when we cut it out the plasma cutter because you lose that material. I just gotta learn that.
Because I think you might sell.
yeah. I think it'd be worth your while to
Yeah.
do both.
I did make one out of I had a piece of 1084 sitting there, so I cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually coming back because the pin screwed up, so I gotta again. The thong hole idea looks good. If it's brass or aluminum, not much for stainless steel because it doesn't pitch in. On yours, you got the screws on it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had to tighten yours up at all? Okay. So I'm trying to decide if I want to go with that big screw on the outside. It kind of looks ugly. But the pin stuff, you can fix that at home. Just quick put it on the anvil and just tap tap on each side.
They're just Chicago screws, right?
I just
There's
this
another name
makes it
for
where
it.
anybody can
Yeah.
fix it and do whatever.
Right.
It's just
Really, I mean, honestly, if you could find them in like a Torx bit or an Allen key, that
Mhm.
might just
Might.
look a little better.
And I've been playing with that idea for
But
people.
I also like the fact that you can tighten it with anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's valid, but I guess it depends on which way you want to go with it.
I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm going to order a bunch
That
of
was
those.
your first?
Yep. Uno
I
one.
didn't realize that was your very first.
Yep, and it's got I don't know if that's got the paper, the vulcanized. And I am gonna do some without the metal in it. And that's where I think your laser will come in, or Jason's laser come in, because I can get G10 and you cut G10 all day long. If I can get those cut out and have those stacked, and we don't have to do it right and left because they're basically right and left. Yeah, that's the vulcanized paper.
Mhm.
That's not
Liner,
great.
right?
Yeah. Well, it's not the greatest for that, but the G10 will be more structural.
Well, that's the buzzword around the knife community now is G10. Everyone keeps talking about that.
Yeah,
I think
it's nice stuff.
Benchmade that
I think so.
that had like a huge
Yeah.
advertising
Well,
about it.
G10 is really nice stuff. I don't like it for handle material because I just can't seem to get it. There's other guys who can buff that shit. Now, Jay Nilsson, shout out to Jay. He brought some Aussie oil back from Australia when they went down to a show down there, and he says he can put that right on there. You don't have to buff it. This Aussie oil.
Yeah, that texture on there, I've actually used that quite a bit.
Yeah, that
The file working, the route
Mhm.
pattern.
The
And
gold mics.
And I like doing that, but at the same time, I've done it so much, I'm burned out on it. Does that make any
it's
sense?
just tedious.
But I like it.
But I found
on this
a new
line.
way to do it though. But I still don't like doing it. I'll mark it. I got I can do it with so what I used to do, we'll step back. What I used to do is mark it out. You'd cut it with your hacksaw, so your file will grab it. And then you file this way, and then you file this way, all done by file. Well, then I got figuring out, well, I could do it with an angle grinder. Well, angle grinder spraying sparks everywhere, catch the shop. I cut that bench on fire several times. I didn't notice it. The one time I didn't notice it till the flames got about this high. Paper towel caught on fire. Then I got a quarter-inch bit now, little quarter-inch thing of carbide, and I got get man glitter. I mean, I literally got glitter all over. But I'll come in, I'll mark them, come down, just come in and go, flip the knife, cut it, and then finish it with file. Do it twice as fast. But I don't know. I've been wanting to do it. I sit there and look at it. It's like I want to do something different for a little
I
bit.
like them on some knives. I mean,
But I
one I really like it on.
but I have done a couple of them. I just took it and just went do 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 do. But I don't know on the cigar cutters if that's going to be real nice because we're pushing
Yeah.
it through. I guess the flat top one, the one with just the flutes in it. That's the word I was looking for. So, oh, you guys probably are going to get back and watch football, don't you?
I don't watch football.
I mean, I'll keep track of it. I've got money on it, but
I kind of just don't care anymore, especially with all the political bulls
Mhm.
with it.
that's valid.
Um,
Everything's political though.
yeah,
now.
I will watch the. I'm definitely going to watch the. Oh, Charlie Kirk's thing.
The halftime show.
Show that they're putting on.
Mm.
That I'm definitely going to watch.
The good halftime show.
Yes. I mean, the only reason why whoever that is, even I've even heard it was because of the controversial that.
Oh, is it Bad Baby?
So I don't know. Let's not give him any
I
credit
can't
on
remember
here.
what the heck his name is. Hey, he was funny in Happy Gilmore.
Hmm?
He was the caddy in Happy Gilmore too.
Oh, that's about all. Okay, keep him that way where he's quiet. But I've never heard of your stuff, have you?
I haven't actually.
But we did have something bad happen yesterday. 3 doors down. You guys haven't heard?
Yes,
You
yes.
haven't heard?
Their
The founder and
drummer, right?
No, lead singer.
Really?
Yeah. God, what's his name?
I had only heard a brief thing of it,
He
and I was
passed
like,
away?
oh no.
Yeah, cancer.
It's too bad.
Oh, what was his name?
I saw it on my, I think it was my Google.
I didn't hear it
thing.
down until
Saw a brief thing of it, and I was like, oh, that sucks.
oh, what the heavens his name? People are gonna get on there and comment, you Ed. Oh, for hell's sakes. Anyway, he passed away from kidney cancer yesterday. I didn't even know he was fighting cancer.
Didn't either.
Um,
With all the politics, I don't pay a lot of attention to the news. So.
I there's only one political talk I listen to because the guy's common sense. If it's not in the Constitution, that'll freedom first.
Brad Arnold.
Brad Arnold, that's right. I know it started with an A. I couldn't think of the first name.
Oh, okay, that's why. Because he's changed a lot since I last have looked at his face, which was probably 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, we kind of looked different 20 years
Yeah.
ago too. So
I didn't
I
recognize.
was a lot thinner
I
back
was
in the day.
shape back 20 years ago.
Oh, I am in shape, just more of a round. Who's lost a lot of weight? Jelly Roll, that guy.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize him.
Neither did I. But yeah, he needed to definitely lose it. And everyone's like, "Oh, you need to get rid of the tattoos." Like, shut up! Like, quit telling people how to be. Or if you don't like it, don't look. But let's wrap this up. What do you guys think so far of the kind of just off the cuff today? I should have done questions, but Cogs coming up, new episode. When's that? The new episode issue. Same
I
thing.
don't know. I can't guarantee anything.
Within the year, hopefully.
Hopefully, yes.
Anything you got coming up new?
No, I'm
You just
Just
do
plugging along.
Rocktober. You don't do the thing.
so we do actually Mayhem. Yeah, I mean, if anybody is around in the area,
Mhm.
and I want to make it clear that I don't plan this stuff. There's two guys that are
Yeah,
awesome at that.
and they do a good job.
But
of it.
yeah, they just kind of lean on us for a little bit of help and all the advertising and stuff. But yeah, Mayhem's coming up first week in May, and then Rocktober's first week in October. Just free music, fun times at the park.
All right.
Richfield City Park.
Yes,
in Utah.
Richfield City Park.
So
Now I'm gonna bunk down to what I call the words of wisdom kind of thing. That's what I'm kind of going with trying. So we'll start with you. Words of wisdom. Whatever blades, picking out blades or whatever you want. Business, life in general. Just don't cut yourself.
Oh man, that's hard. You put me on the spot.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, I really think I would circle back to just remember that your hobbies don't have to make you money. Sometimes you can do something just for fun, just for the pleasure of it. And I feel like a lot of times people are just too eager to get into it, too eager to see, even you that's had success with doing this stuff. And it's hard to just be like, oh, I can do that, and then remembering to dial yourself back a little bit and just it's okay to just enjoy stuff. You don't have to make money on it.
Well, in my case, I need to. I got bills, but I've kind of come to the conclusion I don't work with
But
well with others.
it's been kind of hard, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a lot of work to turn it from a hobby to a business.
Well, not sort of yes. I'm gonna say yes and no because I done it so long over the years. The hard part for me was the marketing part, diving into the social media. I'd love to get away from it one of these days, but for now, I just gotta do it. But that's why I like doing stuff like this or the blacksmith knives, unfortunately. But you're right. You don't have to turn your hobby into a business.
And sometimes you end up just being miserable doing it.
Been there. I got burnt out, but I was trying to do a smorgasbord too. So.
Yeah.
But I think I'm definitely gonna dial it down and just do the $80 knives and the folders. I want to get some more equipment to kind of help things out. And if I can learn the CAD kind of whatever program of what 360 whatever the hell is, if I can learn how to draw on that, or at least have him draw something and we put it on there, and then we can put it on the sheet of metal and then just hit play. That makes sense.
Yeah, that actually is a lot easier than you think it is.
Again, that's like me throwing you out in the shop and say, "Hey, I want you to build that."
Yep.
So that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
No, we can definitely do that. All right, your turn to be on the spot.
Words of wisdom.
Your words of wisdom. Something I live by every day is tomorrow's a new day. No matter how bad the day is, make it better tomorrow.
And always keep sharp. Like your blades. Anything else? Any other? Okay. So overall, what do you think so far what you've been seeing come out of here?
I always
Doing stuff like this has been fun.
I always love seeing
It's it's interesting. I enjoy they're different. I mean, I don't want to go buy a Farberware knife that everyone has in their kitchen. I want some cool knife.
Quit poking at me. I got fiberware all over my kitchen. Leave me alone.
We collect weapons though, so
Yeah.
I mean anything new and fun.
Anything different.
Everyone's like, "How come you don't got your own knife in your kitchen?" It was just because, well, you could keep the flawed ones. No, because if the flawed ones sit there, I pick it over and then like tear it apart. I'd rather sell it and get it out of my shop. So
I get it. Well, you notice how much of our own stuff we have all over our
Mm.
vehicles, all over our house. Like I don't often do very much for myself because I get annoyed with it because I can see every little flaw, every piece of furniture I've built in my home. I know exactly where every little flaw is, and it bothers me.
Yes.
That's why I've gotten into building guns lately. Because I can build those and have fun with it.
Oh, quick question. I do have a question. I came up earlier and just remembered. Remember that little EDC I was doing, the kind of that everything that kind of knife. So the only people complain was it was this little short, a little too short. I
Okay.
get that. So roughly about 6 to 7 inches. I want to come up with a knife. Yeah.
No.
I have very sharp objects.
I have to do it.
Did I tell you Daisy stabbed herself in the knee? Yeah. Use them again. The right tool. My words of advice: the right tool for the job. Use wire cutters instead of a knife. To try to cut a zip tie and popped and right in the knee.
I think we've all been there.
Yeah, with chainsaw off the buffer, demonstrating a knife. Good thing I'm fat.
You're 6-7 inches.
That's about average. Granted that we convinced most women that this is 6 inches. So what would you think for a little knife? A folder would probably be the best. Really would be, but from the car, for a purse, from your pocket, a kind of looking at what I've made over the years, what would you say would be a good knife to leave the car, just to have a knife, to have something that tool to cut whatever you need.
We talking
Or
fixed blade?
Fixed blade or folder, vice versa.
I personally feel like folders are a more practical thing. just because they're their own sheath.
Mm-hmm. True.
You don't really need anything beyond that because you can just safely handle this all day, you know. Whereas these ones might wiggle themselves out between the seats or something, and now you're reaching around, and now you've just ran your hand across the razor blade under your seat or something.
Yeah, got a point there. That's been something I've been gonna think of. A friend of mine he started a car magazine, and I thought about doing articles, kind of blade related, tied in with cars and such like that. So that's a great idea. Because what's wrong with a good car and a good blade?
Yep.
It goes ahead of somebody to finish his car.
Well, and I keep a machete in the toolbox of my truck, and then I have a pocket. I mean, really, if this isn't enough knife to do anything that I'm trying to do on a day-to-day
Well, you can
basis,
punch your lung with
I'm
that.
doing something weird.
Yeah.
Like, really, that's plenty of blade.
And I can see that the edge is kind of rolled there a little bit. We'll fix that.
You can tell that I've used that knife quite a bit.
I was sitting there and glint, and I could just see the glints. I could see that.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, let's wrap that up. Anything else you guys want to comment about? Any subjects that you think I could reach out, find people?
I'm sure once we finish this up, we'll think of something.
That's exactly how I am. I'm like, oh, I should have asked that later.
I mean, we just kind of got thrown into this one. So.
Well, and that's how I do that's my style. Says, hey guys, I got a great idea. Everybody does this. Oh, we are going to do some more episodes of now trying to kick out the not to beat the Smith, but American Bladesmith. Brad's a lot better now. He doesn't have to limp anymore. He's got his surgery done. He's still rebuilding the nerve and the muscle back in his leg. But we got some ideas. Got an episode idea of the start with something I've got to doing some trade work. I just haven't got around to it. It's kind of a cake serving knife kind of thing. Okay. So I think we're going to film that.
Well, and if you want some really crazy knife designs, you can just holler at. I've got a good one for you. A nice leather working knife. They're called a Half Moon knife or sheep's head knife or whatever. The curved.
I made those. They're a pain in the ass.
Yeah, no, I mean that would be a pretty good. Yes, because that would be a heck of a.
And Brad's he's got the perfect voice to as long as you get the dialogue out, he'll read it off, and he's got the perfect voice for it. It's a little more monotone, kind of. It's like, dude, squeeze him a little bit, get a little higher voice there. But we did that on Daisy's episode. Have you guys seen Daisy's episode?
I actually don't think I realized it was posted.
It's posted. Been on there a year.
Has it really?
Yes.
Okay.
But we did even on Sam's we did a little bit of voiceover and such like that. And I think it worked out. So
yeah.
Again, one of those moments I was literally sitting on the shitter and hey, I got a great idea. Ran it past Kevin. Let's do it. So let's wrap this up. Remember, keep your knives are tools. Mm-hmm. I mean, now we get into the Bardiche. Now that's more of a weapon cutting edge. I think still cool. I still think every now and then how I could have redone that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun.
I think you'd have won if it wasn't so heavy.
That's what she said. Anyway, stay sharp, America. Thanks, guys, for coming in. And we'll have to do this again if you come up with some ideas or whatever.
Yeah, maybe we can get Rod on here.
Yes.
Help carry the.
We could always bring the sword with us next time.
Yep. Yes. Let's get Rod. I never thought about it. Sorry, Rod. Sorry. But anyway, stay sharp, America. Remember, Jesus Christ is Lord. Have a great one. And we're out in